All right, we're gonna try this one more time. It's just awkward when there's people coming, you know? I'm out here with a microphone, I look crazy. What is this? All right, what's going on, Sports Basement? Matt here. It is a rainy, rainforesty day here in the Bay Area. I'm on Canyon Road, about to do the Pinehurst climb up that way. And it's a good day. In this video, we are gonna talk to you about getting ready to do your first gravel race ever. So, gravel's a pretty amazing discipline. It can take you all over the place on roads, on trails, fire roads, everywhere in between. A lot of people enjoy just riding gravel recreationally or for fun, and that's awesome. But I bet there's some of you who are curious about what a gravel race looks like. In this video, we're just gonna give you a sense of the things that you need to prepare in order to get ready for your first gravel race. So let's jump into it. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hey. So there are a lot of things that you want to consider when you are doing your first gravel race. You want to ask yourself questions like, what event should I be doing? What your nutrition plan is? So how are you going to be fueling for this thing? What does your training plan look like? And what sort of gear are you putting on your bike to match the conditions of the race itself? In this video, I'm going to check in with a couple of my friends, and we are going to show you what it takes to prepare for Belgian Waffle Ride San Diego. So sit back, relax, and jump into it. It's very cold. My cat is in there. She's looking at me. Okay, so you're thinking about your first gravel race. A couple of quick things to consider as you're figuring out that first race. So number one, distance. How far are you going to be going? How high are you going to be climbing? I would recommend doing no more than 20 to 30% more than what your normal long ride is. So you want to do something that stretches your ability, but you don't want to kill yourself either. Next tip, scout the race out on YouTube. So once you see a race that you think you are into, go watch the videos, see what it looks like. That'll give you the best sense of whether or not this race is for you. And then finally, you want to not be cold. Do a race that is relatively local. There are a bunch of unknowns when you're doing a race for the first time, and flying to another state or going somewhere super far away just adds another layer of complexity. I recommend keeping it simple. Do something in your backyard. Once you've done all that, head on over to bikereg.com. It's like the website you go to register for bike races, events, etc. It probably has your race on there. You sign up and you're ready to go. All right, let's go check out what it looks like now to get your bike ready. Here we go. Sports Basement, we're doing Belgian Waffle Ride in April. I'm doing it with some friends, some pals. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Yeah, my name's Logan.
That's great, Logan. That's awesome.
I have a Specialized Diverge aluminum frame with some 47mm tires on it. I ride an e-bike to work 3 times a week, and then I like to do bike packing trips on the weekend. That's about it, but I've only done one race so far in my life. Yeah, so I think chain maintenance is kind of the one thing every bike owner should have nailed down. If you really want to deep clean it, which I don't do every time, but sometimes after like a race like we just did, I'll use this like Park Tool Cyclone cleaner, and you just insert it on your chain like that, clamp it, and then I'm just gonna spin the cranks like that, and it's basically just gonna run the chain through those brushes. And it just kind of looks foamy.
Oh, wow. Disgusting.
Kind of want to get the right type of chain loop for the conditions you ride in. So if you ride in the rain all the time, I'm sorry, that sounds like it's terrible, but you should maybe consider some sort of wet or waterproof lube. A lot of people now in gravel, especially in like a dry area like the Bay Area, are really into wax lubes. Just use kind of a drip product like this. And then you're just going to want to, on the inside of your chain, on the bottom, just kind of apply as you go. So this is a great thing to do after you come back from a ride.
So I'm here right now with a familiar face.
My name's Tien. I appeared in Matt's BWR video last year. So I've got the Cannondale Topstone 105. I came stock with the 11, I think what, 36 cassette in the back. But for BWR, I decided I needed a little bit of help. I needed something bigger, so I switched it out to an 1142. And this thing actually worked really great for me last year at BWR. The climbs and everything were great. The only thing that held me back was that my legs kept cramping. So this year I'm just gonna have to do a lot of salt. Just all the salt. Salt Bay. Who's Salt Bay? No one's gonna know about Salt Bay after I'm done. I would be Salt Boy. Right now I have some 35mm wide slick tires on this gravel bike. This is actually what I used for BWR last year in 2022. and they were great on the pavement. There's a lot of road sections, but the moment I got onto the sand and some gravel parts, I had a bad time. So I actually fell off my bike a couple times last year in the sand pits. So this year, I'm looking to go up to 42mm wide tires with a combination of some knobby and slick tires so that I can really grind it out on the pavement, but also maintain control on the gravel sections.
So my name's Austin. I'm early 30s. Dad of two young boys. Got into cycling this year. I think I've been more serious about it. Mostly do gravel riding, but I'm really enjoying doing some road rides. I have had about probably 2 months of solid training. I've been using an app on my computer called Trainer Road, which I think has been really great. And you kind of put in what you're really okay with doing, what your time constraints allow you to do. And so right now I'm training about probably like 3 hours a week. Like I said, I have 2 young children, so it's really hard for me to find time to train. And so Trainer Road has really kept me on pace. And really I've seen a ton of improvements just in the 3 hours a week that I've been on the trainer. So highly recommend getting a trainer if you don't have one, because I don't have time to go outside during the middle of the week. And that's been a game changer for me this year, is the trainer and Trainer Road. The longest I've ever ridden is 75 miles. I don't really know how it's gonna go. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think if I do some really hard rides in the next month, I think I'll feel a little bit more prepared and ready for this super long, grueling race. But it'll be fun, so I'm excited about it.
So I'm in the middle of a 5-hour ride right now, and this feels like as good a time as any to talk about nutrition. So when you're first thinking about your first gravel race, you might not be thinking about nutrition as a centerpiece to focus on, but it's actually really important. Having a good fueling and nutrition strategy will mean that you have energy throughout the race, you'll feel good, especially in those later miles, and ultimately just have a better day out on the bike. For me personally, I like to get a lot of my nutrition from drink mix. So I use this stuff called Martin. You mix it with a bottle of water. It's got 320 calories and 80 grams of carbohydrates. I aim to have one of those every hour, and that gives me the energy that I need to be able to do these races that are, 8 hours plus. Everybody's stomach is different, so what works for me might not work for you, but it's definitely something worth investing some time in to figure out what works for your stomach ahead of your race so that you can go in knowing that you're properly fueled. So yeah, find the food that works and get out there and enjoy it. All right, so there's clearly a lot of things to do in order to get ready for your first gravel race. I think it's also just like kind of a basic thing. So I wanted to hear from some other friends just on tips they had to be successful and to have fun on your first gravel race. So let's check out what they got going on.
My name is Brandon.
Hi, my name's Anna.
I'm Darren Norwood.
Hello, my name is Ron.
My name is Rachel.
My name is Ivan.
My name's Noah.
I'm Josh.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Noelle. My name's Evelyn.
The main tip that I would give anybody doing a gravel race is to make sure that they eat constantly throughout the entire event.
My one tip for anyone trying to do gravel is to have fun and don't be afraid to get dirty.
My tip would be to make sure you fuel throughout the entire race.
Be self-sufficient. Like, be ready for anything, like redundancy on everything.
I want to enjoy myself and get a little dirty in the process,
Just take some sodium pills with you.
Just drink water and don't die.
Man, dude, I don't even know. Practice riding gravel with a group, because you got to learn your spacing.
Yeah, just take a road bike, it's fine. Just make sure you complain the entire time.
You should bring a mountain bike.
And my tip is just don't crash. Keep it loosey-goosey and don't stress too much and just keep rolling. That's all you have to do.
All right, so Sports Basement, thanks for coming along on this video, beginner's guide to your first gravel race. I hope this video gave you some useful information, some tips for you to apply when you sign up for, and attempt your first gravel race. It's a pretty amazing sport. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. I feel like my final tip is don't take these races and events too seriously. The point is to have fun, to do it with friends, and to get a cool experience out of it. So I think on the one hand, it's important to prep so that you can have a good time, but on the other hand, don't stress too much about it. It's about having fun. So see you out there on the race course. Belgian Waffle Ride San Diego. Here we come.